art need not be on canvas. That is true for Mary Elizabeth Alejo-Aytin, who opts to paint on eggs. We now know more, or will know more, about her and her craft today from Pia Bonalos. She joins us live from Marikina. Hi, Pia.
Claire, this morning we were showing you the artwork of artist Mary Elizabeth Alejo-Aytin, and if you could see, she paints on eggs and bottles, and she is with us this morning to tell us more about her works. Good morning.
Good morning.
First, can you tell me, of course, your grandfather is an artist.
He's a painter.
He's a painter. Yes. Is that how you got your inspiration to become an artist yourself?
Of course. Every day I see him set up his easel. Every day.
Do you remember, like, growing up, what was the first artwork that you did, or paano ka na-inspired to make that first artwork?
Because you see him every day painting sa front door with his easel, obstructing our door. So I would mimic our grandfather's doodles, and because wala kami masyadong paper, sa mga books kami nag-draw sa books nila. Nagagalit sila because art books sila.
Oh my, you drew on art books?
Yeah.
Okay. And then from there, I mean, for college, were you really doing painting as well when you were studying?
I joined a cultural organization, a theater group, Umalahocan Incorporated, Teatro Umalahocan, and they have a visual arts collective called Pintados. So I joined that collective.
Okay, and then how did you shift into painting in these delicate eggs?
I started looking for unique gifts for friends every time sa Christmas. Tapos I saw washi wrapped eggs, and then from there I took a lesson on how to decoupage eggs. But my true intention was that I just wanted to know how to empty the eggs and paint them.
All right.
So I knew at that moment that I would paint eggs.
But most of them, I see parang inspired, mostly parang women-centered talaga, yung mga paintings mo.
Yes, so women and old Philippines.
Why is that?
Motherhood.
Yes, motherhood. Because you yourself are a mother.
I'm a full-time mother, a full-time painter.
Wow, nice. And then there's actually one here that was made by your son.
Yes.
Can you show us this? This is the one that was made by your son. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
I think he was 5 or 6 years old at that time. And then I make him draw on it, but with a colored pencil, and then I paint it.
Okay.
So I preserved his lines, and then I just paint them.
And this one is very, very cute, and you could see na parang bata pa lang, may ano na talaga siya. He's really an artist already.
And now he's 11 years old.
Oh, wow. Okay, so how about for these eggs? Because if you look at them, they look so delicate. They actually look ceramic to me, but they're real eggs that, you know, you usually cook for breakfast. So how do you actually take care of them once you purchase them?
For art fairs, for their protection, this usually comes with a case with an acrylic cover, so that if it's bumped, it won't break. But still, they're still eggs, so they will still break. But egg collectors and art lovers know how to take care of their art.
All right. And then you also have yung mga ostrich eggs, and I'm sure those are more expensive naman. How about those? Is there a special way, or same lang din as these? They're still as delicate?
They're thicker, but then it can also break if it falls. So egg collectors, ostrich egg collectors, they have egg holders. But for more security, it has a glass frame. But egg collectors, they're okay with just plain egg holders.
Okay,
because
so
they know how to take care of it.
And to transport it and all. And then from there, you move to bottles. Can you tell me naman about the bottles? How are these merely for display, or can I still use them if, for example, I want them for water or different beverages?
You can use them. It depends. If I use acrylic enamel and it will cure for 23 days, then you can actually use the bottle. Medyo bonggang bottle for personalized bonggang bottle.
But yeah, because you see, if you have that kind of bottle, you'd much rather have it as a display because it's an artwork in itself. How long does it take you? I mean, do you draw inspiration to paint every day, or is it a really long process when you make an artwork?
Sometimes it's long, sometimes it just comes in a snap. It really depends, but then inspiration is always there for a mother. So I just drew inspiration from things I love, basically.
And what usually do you use? You mentioned acrylic. Is acrylic only for the eggs or for the bottles?
Collectively, they are all water-based paints. But then sometimes a situation calls for poster color for tooth, especially for the eggs, and sometimes acrylic. So it really depends. The surface is kind of, it differs from one egg to another.
All right. So every egg is special, or are there eggs that you do na parang completely the same design?
For art fairs, I really try to have a template.
Okay.
Because my art gallery line is different from my art fair line.
Ah.
So art fair lines, they're usually replicated.
Okay.
Though it's still signed.
Yes.
And usually they're Damian Domingo inspired. They're based on old illustrations of Damian Domingo.
Okay.
And old Philippines photographs.
And they're indeed very pretty. Do you have any advice for those aspiring artists who want to, find that happy compromise? You do your art and you still make them in a way that's still very modern and something that you could still put and sell to people who aren't really into the arts that you could put in like acrylic and something more exciting like this.
I'm also like that. I want to acquire art, but then we all know that art is expensive, right? So I kind of come to a compromise between arts and crafts.
Yes.
So that's the compromise. And I enjoy it very much because the discipline I have is like an artisan's. Because I get better.
Yes.
So that's the inspiration for artists out there. Just do it.
And exactly something that you're also instilling in your son. Thank you so much, Mary Elizabeth. There you have it. For those of you who are looking for something new for your artworks, art pieces at home, you know where to go. Here you could see the artwork of Mary Elizabeth Alejo-Aytin. Claire, Annalyn, back to you.